Lord.agion here with another Grey Goo Replay. Spawning the bottom side, which is now over here, here, and here, we have Bluedrivesmonster. So on the top side, we have Bike Crush. There was some early engagement from scouts versus scouts, but nothing too much, just these small proteins spawned into 4 drovers, and then the 5 drovers took out the 1 scout, nothing too big. Anti-heavy sentinel out on done will destroy these nearby, destroys one of the drovers quite easily. Got a Bike Rush going for Gladys production. We have a stealth attachment here, so we're going to see some daggers. Tank, anti-heavy, so we're going to see some heavy Gladys production. Moving the sentry guns over to the more... Looks like he's going to maybe focus on those rocks. Yeah, he's going to focus on the rock. It will increase his mobility of getting out of space, though it would mean units can come up over here, but they can also, it's Goo faction, they can also go up here with the small proteins. Got a harassment on the tracker, not able to kill it all. These nice Gladys came in and prevent the early aggression. Currently the not Mother Goo, but the Goo player is on 6 Mother Goos, while the Bike Rush is on 4 refinery. Trying to focus on these rocks with debris, destroyable debris. Got more Striders coming out to deal with the glass production. These are probably going to turn into some more Striders. Any upgrades so far? Looks like the Bike Rush is getting the anti-heavy sentinel, remains active out power connection, so perhaps he's probably going to go a bit more heavy aggressive, and perhaps he's probably going to get a lot of conduit wire, put anti-heavy sentinels here, and perhaps place them... Oh, looks like Bike Rush might be doing, in this game's equivalent of turret pushing. That's the best way I can only describe it. He's moving his anti-heavy sentinels forward. We got a massive number of Striders coming up. Bike Rush is out of position, however his anti-heavy sentinels can come in and warp along this area here. Going for additional conduit wires to make the line thicker. Graphical glitch, these rocks are not gone. He destroys that extractor up there, so now he's going to head straight to the main base. Bike Rush probably would have seen... What does Bike Rush see? He does not... Does he realize the extractor is gone? Does he see... When will he see all these units? He sees them now. Moving units back over there, but not recalling these units over here. Perhaps now he is. Or now he's trying to. I have no idea. He's not. He's trying to just engage it with the anti-heavy sentinels. Perhaps he's going to keep that force there, try to hit the Mother Goos if they are refining there. No, he realized that he's... No, he's trying to get the extractors in place. He's building more refineries. Perhaps he was building an extractor to the ones that he... Also the one that he lost. Selling all those additional conduit wire, he does not need them, just additional resources that he can get back. And what does he have the Goo player for an army? Oh, he has a lot of stored resources. Perhaps he's going for tanks, well, destructors, artillery. Artillery would be a bit pretty effective because you just can place them on top of a mountain. Got the Gladys trying to engage these units over here. He's really extending his conduit wire out, trying to get his, since he's going for the anti-heavy sentinel with roundabout power, so he's trying to perhaps get a lot of field presence. Get a aircraft monitor out, destroys the Goo on top of a rock. Got a Strider force over here, probably for harassment. And he really sold off a lot of his war factories. Apparently, Bike Rush, he's very experienced at Command and Conquer. He's not afraid to sell structures in that game if he needs resources, or that if he doesn't no longer needs them, he just sells them off. So perhaps he did the same technique, but just with the, well, factories in this game. Got a lot of glass there, harassing the mother goose. Maybe it's snipe one. This one has plenty of health. If he focuses down on the... He's able to get one of the mother goose. That's very, very good. Deals significant damage to the other one. These Striders are currently engaging the anti-heavy sentinels, overwhelming numbers, though they are taking a bit of damage. This extractor is a very vulnerable area. No, he's building all those anti-heavy sentinels right there. Building at negative 99 creds per second, which is pretty bad economy management, if I say. Now, Bikers does not have much of a standing army right now. Granted, he does have a lot of anti-heavy sentinels. Wow, it's a ridiculous amount. You can always teleport them in along this conduit wire. But the Goo player is just going to straight up avoid them. He's going to hit this refining location. There is no conduit wire here. He only has 4 Gladys, which can be easily overwhelmed by these units. He's probably just not going to engage the Striders since he knows he'll lose. Nope, the auto fire. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is taking out a lot of that forest since he wasn't maintaining vision in that bush. Now we've got artillery here. This is a good counter to the conduit wires, the base pushing human player for Bike Rush. Bluedrivesmonster is breeding a good counter. They have 6 armor, so the damage over time is pretty bad from the Crescents, because they don't do true damage, they deal like 8 damage, I would say, like per tick. So that is the problem of the Crescents. And plus he has an anti-air sentinels. Stop shooting out all these shots. Got the Striders in those bush. Got Tempest here to deal with the monitors. Got some orange buildings. It's interesting how sometimes these buildings get highlighted. I'm not exactly sure of why. But all these Crescents are basically pointless now. He needs to get the upgrade, the artillery tech upgrades, where his shots cannot be shot down. That's the only way. Okay, now he's overwhelming the anti-air with a lot of Crescents. But these buildings are not taking as much damage as he would like, since the Crescents... Oh wait, he's now getting into range. That's really bad. Because they deal damage in ticks over time, which causes them not too much damage versus armored units. Got a Mother Goo trying to run away from the anti-heavy sentinels. He's trying to eat up that wire. He has no penetration with this weapon, with the Goo weapon, so the Mother Goo will die. Great way to deal with the Goo player. Simply proxy them out with all their What if the Crescents have any weapon penetration? They do not. I know the revolver fires shots in like 3x5 to deal 15 damage, but it also has weapon penetration to help it. Because you can see there, that huge barrage of crescents did a massive amount of damage. But it has no armor, which is a rock, so it should be hard as a rock. Got a Bastion. It will taunt nearby units, but the problem is, he just has enough proper units to deal damage. I wonder if Dwellers can blow up next to artilleries or anti-heavy sentinels. Well, next buildings. Because if we could, that would be the best way to deal with it. Here we go, the Goo players finally can no longer be shot down. But his damage and radius is reduced. So his shots will do less damage now, which they already did pretty much crap damage for buildings. That is also a problem. He's sacrificing damage for not doing much damage in the first place. Because even conduit wire is taking a lot of hits. Got some more. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of power issue, but these sentinels are still staying up since it's an upgrade. Looks like the Goo player is now going for entire line of, let's see, when small, large, mother Goos consume a unit or structure, they release a burst of energy that will heal nearby units. That can be pretty effective. Radiance gains stealth, always good to have stealth scouts. Radiance now can target aircraft. Now these Radiance can be stealth scouts and maintain anti-air capable. Did he cancel all that or paused it? Not sure. And destructors now shots now bounce up 2 additional projectiles, basically increases their DPS. These Striders are still here. I think they're just waiting to make sure that they're finally not being harvested. And Bike Rush is sort of. You think Goo players have a huge map presence? Just look at what Bike Rush has done. This is one base pushing as human player. Man, my game is quite laggy. I think because I'm also rendering footage right now. But we can see here, back is taunted nearby anti-heavy sentinels. Buzz is taking a lot of damage. Hello everybody, I am back. I had to rewind to this point due to the fact that since I was rendering a file, my game was really slowing down. So I'm back to where pretty much more of the really big combat was happening. And as you can see, we got the Goo player. He's researching a lot of tech. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. He's also known for the presence shots can no longer be shot down by enemy air, but has reduced damage and radius. Once Bike Rush sees that, he should sell off every single anti-air sentinel, because they have no longer any purpose. As you can see, he has selling off all the structures. At this time, now you can see this all this anti-air. Yeah, definitely my frame rate went way back up after I stopped the rendering of my video file that was rendering. Daggers coming in, trying to focus on these crescents. Daggers damage is pretty bad, but they have high fire. They're basically shield guns. A nice splash on these units. The structure is upgraded now, it can bounce into additional targets. And now here comes the Goo players, they counterattack. No, he still does have finding locations here. Over here. But he lost map control. When somebody loses map control, they tend to lose the game. This time, Spike Rush has much better map control with all this conduit wire. These heavy anti-signals are not teleporting in, they're being built. He's low on resources. His mother does a bunch of small proteins. One of them may be a large protein. Let's see. There are 2 large proteins out here. Currently 5 person storage more resources than Bluedrivesmonster. Taking out those crescents. He probably should realize that his projectiles can no longer be shot down. I wouldn't be sold off his anti-airs and structures. He only has 1 anti-air sentinel left, so yes, he only sold off a lot of them. Only 4 anti-heavies? He definitely has more than 4 anti-heavies. Wait. Looks like it's a graphical bug. These are not actually there. See, that might be his 4, because that's not actually there. Spike Rush now taking an attack force, taking out Mother Goo, and taking out these tridents. These long bursts no longer have any function. Well, they can now hit ground targets, so they actually do have a function. Yep, and that's the end of the game. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching, and I'll